Hi, I'm Pastor Jay Jackson, and have with me our new AV specialist, Tim Johnson.
Hello, it's good to be here.
You maybe have seen a new face or a few new faces around the church lately. One of them is Tim, who came to work for us last month after a time of discernment about what we were going to do after having Brandon Cernatish leave our staff. We were able to have Ben Myers admirably fill that role in the interim while we were trying to figure out what we could do. And we posted an opportunity for a full-time as well as for a part-time position, depending on what we could find. And Tim appeared along with a couple of other great candidates. And we are just excited as we can be to have Tim come and join us here at First United Methodist Church. Tim, tell them a little bit about your educational background.
Yeah, it's no problem. So, as you said, my name is Tim. I originally went to undergrad at Baylor University, going in thinking I want to be a music major. Didn't quite get into the School of Music, unfortunately. So coming in, I had to declare a major because they wanted to know what your intentions were. And I'm like, well, I like computers. I'll do computer science, thinking that I was physically putting together computers, not understanding that that's more
software.
More coding, more software. And I was just not having a great time that first semester. About a second semester, I realized I could do film and digital media. And I was like, this is what I want to do, making videos, making content. And I stayed on that track for about 2 years at Baylor. And unfortunately, as many of the fellow Texans will know, Baylor is a very expensive school.
It is. Those Baptists love their schools.
Beautiful campus. Wish I could afford to stay.
Yeah. Not that SMU is cheap, Tim.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. So I ended up transferring out to Angelo State back in my hometown of San Angelo. And I finished my undergraduate there, getting a Bachelor's of Arts in Communication.
Which we love people that can communicate who are also tech savvy.
It's crazy to think of the amount of tech gurus that are very bad at communicating what they want.
Absolutely. They know the hardware, they know the movements of equipment, but they're not also attuned to the actual content.
Yeah.
I think it's great that you have that degree in communications. Then you got a master's.
Yes. Right after graduating, I wanted to continue my education, and I ended up going to SFA. So I went to SFA to get my Master's of Fine Arts, specifically in videography or cinematography. And I was there for, if I graduated in 2019, 22, about 3 years. December of 22, I graduated with my Master's in Fine Arts. And since then, I've been working in television. I've been working in social media. And I was just recently, this past month, let go from my last nonprofit job as their social media manager. They let me go, and they were like, hey, we'll do what we can. We'll pay for your month, but this is your last day on like the 3rd day of November. So I was like, well, don't know what we're going to do now. So we hit the job boards looking for any kind of social media, video jobs around the Longview area. And I stumbled across First United Methodist, they were posting, and it said they're looking for a full-time video guy. I was like, this is something I think I could do. I feel like I'm qualified for it. And I reached out, and within, I'd say a day, maybe 2 days of putting in the application, I got a call saying, hey, we'd like to set up a meeting with you. I think unfortunately, it was like someone was missing, so I couldn't have the meeting of that week. So next week, I came in for the meeting, felt really good, spoke with Jay, spoke with some of the other members of the staff, and I just enjoyed being there. Meeting the people, seeing the culture around here really, really made me want to work here. And luckily enough, they chose me. So now I get to work here.
Yeah, we're excited. Tim, that Master's in Fine Arts is actually in cinematography, right?
Yes.
So communications and cinematography for our audiovisual specialist, who we hope to not only be able to handle the myriad of 5 decades of equipment here at First United Methodist Church and our audiovisual ministry, but also to help us in really honing in on our messaging, our content, both visually and in print and in voice activity. I just really feel excited about how you and your gifts blend so well with what it is that we really need here at First United Methodist Church. Tell them about your background in the United Methodist Church.
So, as I said, my hometown is in West Texas, out in San Angelo, and when I was growing up, my mom was in the Air Force, so we moved around a lot. I was born there, and we moved around until about 2011, 2012, when she retired back in San Angelo. Mm-hmm. And one of her friends was a member of the local Methodist church, Sierra Vista. And she said, hey, we go to the church. We've been going for years. We think that you guys would really like it. Mm-hmm. So my mom took me, and we went to Sierra Vista, and we've basically never left. I've been a member of the church since early middle school, maybe even elementary. Mm-hmm. And I've been active with their youth, always being, voluntold for Vacation Bible School.
Yeah. There are a lot of voluntold people in Vacation Bible School roles, yes.
Always, but I always have a great time, and it's always just been an experience that I've really treasured as I've gotten older and had to move away from my hometown. So kind of getting to work in that system that I grew up in and had such a great time with kind of feels like it was a sign, you could say.
Yeah. Well, in addition to the newness of this position here in November, you had another little change in your life in September. Why don't you tell them about that?
In September, I got married. September 20th, we got married to my wife, Rachel Murray, and we were married in Arlington at the Arlington Botanical Gardens.
Beautiful place.
It was. We had a smaller wedding, only about 40-ish people. Mm-hmm. So pretty small, but we wanted to keep it just friends and family, keep it real intimate. And it was a great time. Yeah. It has been a change, admittedly, but not one that I haven't enjoyed. Yeah.
And she goes by Murray. She's already been to our Thanksgiving meal. She's been to worship with us. Yes. She's been to some other events. Was she at the Wondering in Bethlehem?
She was. She was actually a volunteer there too.
I thought so. So we're hooking in Murray in every way that we can. Yes. Kevin understands that as Kendall gets volunteered to do some things around here. But we're just really excited for all the newness that's taking place in your life and how you're bringing newness to what's going on here. You talked about the impression you had of the church and the people, but now that you've been working here for a couple of weeks, how do you feel about the position, and what are some of the things that you're seeing as needs and ways in which we can help you be successful and for the church to be successful in its communications, audiovisual ministry?
Yeah. In the last couple of weeks, I would say I've had a great time. I've enjoyed being here, being able to help out wherever I can. I've seen that this is one of the few places where my ability to produce high quality content has been something that I've been in a place that I can use those skills now. And really the only thing, I have a little bit of a note just to keep track of what we're needing, but we've been here in the church running this for, you said, about 47 years.
Yeah, the TV ministry.
The TV ministry, yes. And over those 47 years, the church has considerably grown, and as such, the TV ministry has had to grow alongside it. I would say the best thing that anyone could do if they wanted to help out in any way, if they wanted to volunteer their time, reach out to me, because we always want to have more volunteers on the AV team. Even whether you have experience in the broadcast live streaming world, or if you're brand new and just want to help in any way you can, that's all we're looking for. If you're willing to help, willing to learn, we're more than happy to take you and teach you anything you'd like to know.
Yeah. We've incorporated preteens into operating cameras in the Faith Center, right?
I saw about that in during the Horizon services. I've seen myself a few preteens as well as some younger kids even operating cameras and helping out whenever they can.
We've had teens in the control room and on the soundboard and in roles, and we have people who are, let's say, very experienced in doing this. James Cox has been a part of our TV ministry since it began 47 years ago, operating a camera. So whether you're young or old, whether you're tech savvy or what you would call very novice in that, we have ways in which you can use your gifts to better the way in which we communicate here at First United Methodist Church.
Exactly. And really, your time, if you're able to make it to a Sunday, any service, then you're more than able to help us in any way if you would like to.
Yeah.
And for anyone that would like to help, but they're thinking, maybe I don't want to do as much as that, there is something else that I would ask of everyone here. If you come to a Sunday service, take photos with your phone or with a camera, take them, share them, take it to yourself, with your kids, with your family, your friends, and send them to me, to anyone on the staff really, so we can share those, because we want to use those photos and use those to spread the word on our social media pages. Of course, giving you credit. We always want to do that. Yeah. But we want to see what you guys are seeing and share that experience with everyone else.
And your email address here is tim@lvfumc.org, correct?
That is correct.
We use our first names at LV for Longview, FUMC, First United Methodist Church.org. And you could send that to Tim. I'm sure that if you happen to be communicating with Ashley or somebody else, we'll make sure that we get it to Tim.
Exactly.
But obviously, the more directly we communicate, the better. Most of our pictures that are taken at events are done by members of our staff.
Exactly.
And when we have staff members focusing on documenting the activities, they're not as engaged in doing them, in making connections, in having conversations, in being accessible to people. So your participation will give you joy in helping to provide that information to others, but also relieve the burden on people who are trying to sometimes wear several different hats at these events. True. So I think that's a great way for us to do that. Tim, you bring technical knowledge, a lot of experience, but I think one of the great things I like about Tim is he is easy to get along with, and we need more of that here at First United Methodist Church. It's hard enough to get along with the pastor, and certain select members of the staff can be a challenge, at least that's what I hear. But Tim is an easygoing, smart, fun guy to work with, and he's already making a difference here at First United Methodist Church. And you can make a difference with him by not only welcoming him and Murray to our church, but by offering your time and energy, your gifts and your service to the TV, live stream, audio-visual, and overall communication, social media ministries of First United Methodist Church. There is a plethora of opportunities here, and Tim is going to be really working hard not just to put out good stuff, but to extend training and expand our team to do that. We'll do it better together.
I think so.
Yeah. Tim, what else would you like to say to people before we sign off here?
Really, if you see me around, if you have not seen me around, don't hesitate to say hello, introduce yourself. That is my favorite part of just meeting new people, is learning who people are.
Yeah.
And if you do see me, usually I will be in the control rooms working around if you see me during the service.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you can't say hello or anything like that.
Yeah.
I will let you know if I'm doing something time sensitive, but otherwise I'm more than happy to stop, talk, say hello, and doing everything like that to meet you as well as to kind of sharing that experience with you.
Yeah. I just want you to know, I have not told Tim a lot about any of you other than the Row 9 Mafia. Everybody should be warned about them. But other than that, you're on a clean slate with Tim, and he would love to get to know you and how you would like to participate in our communications, social media, AV ministry here at First United Methodist Church. Tim, welcome.
Thank you, and I hope to work with anyone else out there too.
Folks, welcome Tim, and be a part of what we're doing here as we seek to be a beacon of hope for all.